Day 26 of no mumbo jumbo. I've resorted to watching my story animated and doom scrolling through Twitter, looking for something, just something, to quench my thirst for mumbo. I sit there, dreaming of him returning to our screens, and me being in hermitcraft to meet him. Wait, how the frick do you get into hermitcraft?
Finest mustache in the land. Pinstripe suit, he has a plan. Both mumbo jumbo for man.
Oh geez, this is a lot. For this video, I have compiled a list of factors that I will use to rate all 26 Hermit's content styles. This includes video length, video editing, language, i.e. vulgar language, strengths and weaknesses, age, and other content besides hermitcraft. And if I find anything interesting about them besides that, I will note it. Using these factors, I will come up with stats that if someone follows, will give them the best chance of becoming the next hermit. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Let's start with a quote-unquote easy one. Video length. Across the board, the average video length is around 27 minutes, with the notable exceptions of DocM77 with an average of 52 minutes per episode, and Mumbo Jumbo with the shortest episode length of 20 minutes on average. 15% of hermits have an average of 28 minutes per episode, which is the most out of every other length. A mode of only 15% exemplifies that video length probably isn't really a big factor as a candidate, since out of all 26 hermits, Exumavoid is the only one with a universal episode length around 22 minutes. But for our safety, our candidate should make videos around the 20 to 34 minute mark to stay inside the quartile range. Now for the editing style. I set 3 categories for types of edits: low end, hermit standard, and other. Low end is identified as only having cuts with little to no editing at all inside them. This accounts for 23% of all hermits. On the flip side, hermit standard is the term that I made up to show the 66% dominance of an editing style using clips and time lapses with music underneath. The standout being the time lapses, of course. And before you ask, yes, there is a correlation between editing style and video length, as noted most clearly with DocM and Mumbo. The other 11% were usually very well edited videos that just didn't fit that description very well. ZAF is a very good example of this. So right now, our candidate should be using a simplistic editing style that involves music and time lapses. Easy so far, right? But one of the biggest blockers of candidates has to be the family-friendly rule. I am not kidding. This is serious. Only 11% of hermits use any type of vulgar speech, which includes Stress Monster's use of the word damn it, and Corrales and DocM sometimes using sexual innuendos. That's it, besides Twitter. Every other hermit doesn't even touch anywhere near that, so our candidate cannot swear and has to be family friendly. Yeah, and on the train of that one, there is one thing I knew that was becoming a pattern back in like 2018. The goddamn building redstone PvP combo. I have shifted through hours of these people's content, and with the exception of false symmetry, a staggering 53% of hermits are pretty bad at PvP, and the rest are just mediocre at best. On top of that, most of the new hermits like Gemini and Pearlescent are builders, so our candidate should be meh at PvP and should be really good at building or redstone. Okay, now hear me out. Age actually seems like a relevant thing when it comes to hermitcraft. Now, the mean, median, and mode all center around the mid-30s, with the mode also at 40, but it seems like the hermits have been recruiting a lot of younger people, because starting with ZAF, a lot of the new candidates are in their early to mid-20s. So, I guess let's add that on as well. Also, quick note, there's one outlier I should mention. Tinfoil Chef joined really early on, and if I'm gonna be honest, he's one of my favorite hermits because it's so obvious that he was allowed in before hermitcraft was big, and it would have been kind of bad PR if they just left my man back in like season 3. Last but not least, well, kinda least. Other content besides hermitcraft is a staggering 69% just Let's Plays of Minecraft. Now, I admit Last Life is a big reason for this, but the second correlation I could find was vlogs at only around 11%. Unless I missed one, so. Let's have our candidate have a background in Minecraft Let's Plays. I don't know, man. I thought this would be more interesting, not gonna lie. A couple of tidbits before we find a candidate. 1. You might have realized that I didn't include gender in this study, because while yes, there are only 5 active women on Hermitcraft, I do think the addition of Gemini and Pearlescent shows that recently they are trying to turn that around, so it shouldn't really matter as much. 2. Exuma has clarified multiple times that sub count doesn't really matter. It's more of will he or the other hermits get exposed to it. So I'm not gonna exclude people for that. Okay, before I say this, I can't find this anywhere. It seriously could have been like a dream or something, but I remember them considering someone with like 200 subs. So, with that being said, according to statistics, our candidate should be a mid-20s Minecraft YouTuber, damn it, that makes semi-edited 20 to 34 minute long Let's Play videos, damn it, who is really bad / mediocre at PvP, yes, but also really good at building in redstone, damn it, who also does not swear or use sexual innuendos. Putting these criteria in my magical machine about putting information, I shall give you the best candidates in 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's a few we should talk about. Wadzi is a YouTuber who has blown up recently and meets almost all of the criteria for a hermit, but believe it or not, his edits are just too much for the standard hermit. It's still possible though. Vilza is a great candidate, is what I would say if he didn't swear like a little shit. I'm kidding, I love you, Phil. Not in a weird way though. Honestly, I could scour the internet looking for people who fit the criteria, but honestly, why would I do that? I bet many of you watching this video right now have an idea on who would fit perfectly with these, and I want to hear yours more than my biased small selection. So you guys should leave your favorite YouTubers who fit the criteria in the comments. And if this video gets enough traction, maybe we can get the attention of the hermits who could read the comments and choose one from there. It's kinda far-fetched, but hey, worth a shot, right? Before this video ends, I just wanted to say that I accidentally sunk my last video because of a terrible thumbnail. So if you could watch that now, that would be great. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.